Hi guys, today we're putting two new headgears to the test, Shape of My Heart and Goldfoil Fox Mask. We'll be comparing them against the current staples, Illusory Light Mirror and Huge Bounty, to see how they perform in both PvE and PvP. Test 1. Shape of My Heart versus Huge Bounty. First up, let's look at Shape of My Heart versus Huge Bounty. PvE performance. In my testing, Huge Bounty still takes the lead. It deals higher overall damage and provides more consistency. If you're focusing purely on PvE, it really comes down to your personal preference and current gear gaps. The X factor. What makes Shape of My Heart interesting is its third line stat. It has no internal cooldown. If luck is on your side, it can proc twice in a row for a massive burst. PvP utility. This is where Shape of My Heart shines for me. I struggle to hit the ASPD cap, only reaching 400% even with Agi Meal B, concentration potions, and increase Agi. Because I run level 6 Exceed Break for the crit boost, that extra attack speed from the headgear is a lifesaver in PvP. Test 2. Goldfoil Fox Mask versus Illusory Light Mirror. Next, let's compare the Goldfoil Fox Mask to the Illusory Light Mirror. PvE damage. For PvE, Illusory Light Mirror is the winner. I usually aim for around 170 crit rate for PvE content, and at that level, the Fox Mask just can't keep up. The math. To understand why, we have to look at the actual crit damage gain. The Fox Mask reduces base crit damage from 150% to 125%, so we have to offset that minus 25% penalty. The formula looks like this. In my case, 170/2 times 0.5 is equal to 42.5. After subtracting the 25% penalty, I'm only gaining 17.5% crit damage. That isn't enough to out-DPS the raw 10% auto attack, AA, damage from the Illusory Mirror. Final verdict and PvP insight. However, the Fox Mask is a fantastic choice for PvP. One of the biggest hurdles for AA builds in PvP is hitting high crit residential targets. We usually have to sacrifice damage just to stack enough crit rate to actually land hits. The Fox Mask solves this by rewarding that high crit rate, converting it back into damage, and allowing us to regain some of that lost firepower. Now, here is the most important thing you need to know about the Goldfoil Fox Mask. The guaranteed crit effect only works in PvE. In PvP, that effect is disabled. However, it is still a solid PvP choice for a different reason. In PvP, we usually sacrifice a lot of damage just to stack enough crit rate to hit high crit residential targets. The Fox Mask allows us to take all that overcapped crit rate and convert it back into crit damage. It doesn't guarantee the hit like it does against monsters, but it makes the hits you do land much more impactful. That wraps up the testing. If this cleared up your headgear questions, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more ROM classic guides and F2P breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.